if I'm the management, I'm like, bing, bing, bing. Wow, we want that.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Jays Today, where we always have something to say about the Toronto Blue Jays. I'm your host, Adam Peddle.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Playlog. And today, guys, we're going to be looking at the possibility of Marcus Stroman returning to the Toronto Blue Jays for what would be a very interesting reunion. Before we get into it, though, please make sure to hit the like button, smash that subscribe, and hop on our Patreon ship. $3 a month you can call in, and you could give us your thoughts on Marcus Stroman.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy, I want to hear your thoughts on Marcus Stroman. And first off, paint the picture for these people.
Absolutely.
Let them know what is up.
How did this all start, everybody? Marcus Stroman to the Blue Jays. People are talking out of their buttholes. Well, Marcus Stroman came out of his mouth. He said that he is definitely open to a reunion in a response to a comment that someone tweeted at him regarding the Toronto Blue Jays.
Right.
So, with that being said,
Definitely
he's
open
interested.
to a reunion. That sounds pretty
It sounds pretty good, but is the management open for reunion? And what do you think about that?
Well, I do have some thoughts. But if we were to take the name Marcus Stroman, we were to take it out of here, and let's look at the statistic. Let's look at what he's done. And if I'm the management, I'm like, bing, bing, bing. Wow, we want that. Winner, winner, Gagne.
Yeah.
Because he was really, really good last year, guys. Literally a 3.02 ERA, I believe, over 179 innings pitched. He did only have 10 wins to 13 losses, but that's more of the Mets thing than a Marcus Stroman thing. He did everything he could to help his team win. He's 30 years old. It feels to me like he's really found himself as a pitcher.
Yeah.
And I mean, whatever team he does go to, you got to imagine you're going to be looking at like a 3.4, 3.5 ERA and a lot of innings pitched with the ceiling of even better. So from that regard, I mean, I think the management's got to love him. Do you agree?
I mean, well, absolutely. But here's the problem. It's Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro, the very same guys that got rid of Marcus Stroman. And I actually was diving into a little bit of Marcus Stroman's Twitter and a little bit of some history, some articles. And there's beef between him and a little bit of the management as well.
Yeah.
Because he's like, oh, they don't want to pay their players, blah, 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 blah. He's just being upset that he's being traded away in 2019. But they were going through a rebuild, Marcus. And also, there's this whole thing going on that if you do bring back Marcus Stroman, you got to deal with a little bit of more drama regarding Randall Grichuk.
Yes.
Because Randall Grichuk and Marcus Stroman had that beef about the minor leaguers. So for those who don't know, one spring training camp, Marcus Stroman entered a gym and ordered all of the minor leaguers to get out, reportedly out of Randall Grichuk's mouth. They accused each other over Twitter. Marcus said that he was the more favorite player in Toronto, blah, 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 blah. It was a beef. So bringing back Marcus Stroman, there might ruffle some feathers in the management, might ruffle some feathers in the team, in the clubhouse.
Yes.
So that's the one thing.
I do agree, right? Because, yes, when you look at those numbers, I'm like, yeah, let's bring him in. But you attach the name, and I'm not so sure anymore because even if, let's say, and we were talking about this before, even if Marcus Stroman has completely changed. He's, and he was never like a horrible human being to begin with. I mean, like he wanted to win, he was competitive, but I think that you could make the argument that he was a bit of a prick. Even if he has changed, where it's like he's in that leadership role now, he's helping the young guys. His ego is taking a back seat, and now it is all humble city, baby. Like we're here just to win. I find it very hard to believe that the management, the people who did that divorce, who facilitated that divorce, and who dealt with it before, are going to go back on what their word was at the time and say, hey, you know what? It's okay to be an asshole if you're good at baseball. And
which is sadly a reality in a lot of sports. It's sadly a reality.
It certainly can be. But after you've gone and you made the choice and you were like, you know what, actually, it's not okay to be an asshole. We're not going to have you on the team. We're going to trade you.
And get some value.
And then get some value. Then to go back on that, I feel like that kind of undervalues you. Like it,
Right,
it takes your word, it takes you,
Yeah.
and it lowers it.
See, I'm also in the opinion that I believe, and we both believe actually, people can be rejuvenated.
Absolutely.
They can come back from a mistake. They can learn from their lesson.
Yep.
I'm sure Marcus has at this point. He's 30 years old now. He's going into that veteran state, like you're saying, that veteran leadership role. And I really believe that if he does do that, if he tells manager like, hey, maybe they have a talk, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors, and he's apologizing. This is what I promised to do for the team, da 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 da. And hey, if he really does want to come back for a reunion with Toronto, his market value right now, according to RotoChamp, is $21 million a year. If you want to take a pay cut, big boy, and get a little bit cheaper for a competitive Toronto team, which I don't think you will.
No.
But if you really want it that bad and you want to change, all right, I'm willing to take him on.
Well, you know what? And I think that is the big thing right there, guys. I don't think this is going to happen. That's my final answer, because I think if it was to happen, Marcus Stroman would have to do everything in his power to make it happen, which would include taking a pay cut. And after you've done a year like that, after you've put up and you were on a team that you thought was going for it and then they didn't, and you put up those numbers and your agent is on the phone with you saying, hey, your market value is 21. I think that we can get 23 or 24 from these guys. There's no way that you lower yourself and come back to a city just because you like it.
Yeah, and in the end of the day as well, like, do I think that Marcus Stroman values getting paid when it's payday or winning in Toronto?
Yeah, let's be
that
real.
Mistreated him.
Let's be real.
I think he's going to go with the big payday. And I think he could easily command $24 million a year from somebody.
I agree. I agree. And I think that comment on Twitter was much more of a like, hey, I'm cool. I'm Marcus Stroman. I hold no grudges. Come any team, look at me. Look at how nice I am. I want these other teams to do well, but I would be even better if I was playing on your team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pay me money.
Guys, what do you think about Marcus Stroman being reunited in Toronto? Do you think it's going to happen? And do you want it to happen? Those are two very different questions. Let us know in the comments down below.
Absolutely. Please make sure also to like and subscribe to this channel. You can check us out on Spotify, Breaker, Anchor, Radio Public, and Google Podcasts if you want to listen to us. Also, $3 a month to become a Patreon, like all of these beautiful, wonderful individuals. And if you do, you can call into this show. It's a great time. We enjoy it so much. And I think our Patreon members enjoy it. I mean, they do send us the money for it. So you'd think that they would.
And if you're
also,
listening, come.
Today, JAYS is our code for Monkey Knife Fight and for Manscaped. So hop on those. You'll get some sweet deals, dudes.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Whoa, let's go,
Jays, go!